Jackets down. Mr. Matthew down. Let's get into the action. The match, I believe, has already started.
Jeez, look at these guys. They're raring to get at each other's throats.
They wanted to play.
Alex Zarowski playing Green-Black Devotion, sitting at 1-1. And on the right, we have Alex Pressig sitting at 1-0-1, playing Sidisi Whip. So looks like Zarowski has played a Sylvan Caryatid on turn 3, and nothing else. And Alex has just started off with Opulent Palace into Polluted Delta, which he is now fetching up to get a swamp. And I don't know if this is on his upkeep or on end step. Maybe he doesn't want to draw another land, but he's going to play a third land, Yalmaikos, and play a Ashiok, which is a pretty good card against these green decks. And
Zarowski does not see
shows his disdain for the card and throws his cards at him. It's not as bad as Valentin Mackel throwing his cards, his opponent's cards back at him after they get Thoughtseize.
This is true.
He gets Thoughtseize, or he sees it in a Thoughtseize, but so there's a Pelukrinos, which is a pretty good follow-up. But I think if Alex has a removal spell here, it's going to be pretty tough. He does not. Looks like he's going to plus Ashiok, bringing it up to 7 loyalty and getting a bunch more cards. I think most of those cards. There's a Sidisi for Alex. He's going to trigger. He's going to hit a Caryatid, and he's going to get a zombie. So he now has 5 power on board. Alex is threatening to ultimate the Ashiok next turn and bring back a Hornet Queen. I wonder if what turn is it? Will this be 5? Turn 5 Hornet Queen? That's not the fastest Hornet Queen.
That's probably not the fastest Hornet Queen, but it's a very good Hornet Queen.
It's a pretty good Hornet Queen. I'll take it. Actually, I won't. I don't play those decks. Never mind. Hornet Queen is disgusting. So, untap. Draw for Alex. He draws a Llanowar Wastes. So he can make 3 mana right now with his Nykthos. So he doesn't really get anywhere using it. He needs to play another thing with some pips to start to actually gain advantage off of tapping for Nykthos mana. So he has 6 total mana right now. He could Monstrous Pelukrinos for 2, which doesn't really do anything outside of threatening to kill Ashiok. Okay, so he's going to play See the Unwritten. I believe it has a ferocious trigger.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I think he gets 2 creatures off this, right?
He does get 2.
Okay.
Since there is a ferocious trigger, he will get 2.
Gonna get double Doomwake Giant, so I think that wipes the board. That's a pretty good one. And then he's gonna kill an Ashiok. Okay, he's gonna attack Ashiok down to 2. I forgot the Pelukrinos is still a 5/5. So that's a pretty good turn for us.
I would say that was a strong play. The See the Unwritten, almost unexpected.
Well, yeah, this See the Unwritten, not so much unexpected for me. I mean, I saw his deck and somebody was complaining to me earlier that he got lucky off of See the Unwritten.
Okay.
But, I mean, the double Doomwake Giant, that's pretty good.
That's strong. I mean, he had the option there to also go Doomwake Giant, Eidolon of Blossoms, still wipe the board, draw a card?
No, it doesn't wipe the board there because it's CDC is a 3/3.
Ah, correct.
But Ashiok will tick up here and take 3 more cards. Looks like he gets a Sylvan Caryatid. For some reason, Alex is rubbing his hands together as though something good is about to happen, but, I mean, he's facing down 1,000,000 power. And
is something good about to happen?
No, he's going to play another Sidisi.
Okay, so something not optimal.
Yeah, and he even
misses. Wow.
So, things are not going Alex's way here. And so Zarowski now has still 6 mana. And he has the Llanowar Waste, so he's going to play the Eidolon of Blossoms, trigger to draw a card, and then kill the Sidisi.
Wow.
So that Sidisi should be...
trigger,
okay.
right?
Trigger, so it's a 1/1. Yeah, my bad. So now he's going to play a Llanowar Waste. He's going to tap for a Devotion to Green, which in this case is 6. Oh, he's even going to bust out a dice. Okay, so he's going to Monstrous the Pelukrinos, and then he's going to attack for 17. I think that's 17 damage.
I believe that is 17 damage.
Alright, so he's going to attack Ashiok with some sort, or Alex is going to Crux of Fate here. Really blow him out. You gotta really get him. Oh!
Really destroy him with the Crux. He drew a whip.
Yeah,
I think.
A whip. Not good. Not very good here.
Not good.
Very good facing down 19 power
here comes
creatures.
A Courser?
Courser. Also not very good when facing down 19 power creatures.
Is Alex at 2? Is Alex at...
Alex is at 3 now.
No, Alex is at
5 because he didn't take
now.
17. Yeah.
Wow.
He's going to Thoughtseize to go to 3.
Now he's at 3.
Going to see double Horned Queen and Elvish Mystic. Going to take Elvish Mystic because why not? We're not winning this game anyways. He's going to fetch.
Yep, not lose, not gain. Really making it tough.
Out there cackling like a
Yeah,
madman. I don't know if you were able to hear that on stream, but
he's definitely. I mean, what? First of all, we came to the game late.
Yeah.
Which was not on us.
So I think what happened was Zarowski hit double Doomway Giant
off See the Unwritten. Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty much all she wrote.
That is.
And still had. I mean, I thought Ashiok was going to run away with that game, but
I did too.
That double Doomway Giant off See the Unwritten was pretty crazy.
I mean, I guess you play your opponent plays Ashiok, you play Perlukranos, and then you cast See the Unwritten and hopefully hit just the grandeur of all cards.
Yeah, and Alex is going to chump block the Eidolon Blossom, so not even chump block. He's going to try to kill. Yeah, all right, that's the game. Still out there laughing like a madman.
Welcome to Magic.
Yeah.
Where See the Unwritten completely destroys your opponent.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Hey man, 6 mana Mythics. He'll do that to you.
I guess that's why it's better than Summoning Trap to some degree.
I don't even know what Summoning Trap is.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll look up.
I was playing World of Warcraft during those times, man.
you weren't around for Summoning Trap. Okay.
No.
I mean,
I was around. I was just sitting in my basement grinding for leather and killing cleft hoofs or something like that.
Killing cleft hoofs out in the Borean tundra.
Yeah.
Is that where you were?
No, man. I was in Nagran. Come on now, Borean tundra. Are there even cleft hoofs? There are Talbooks there are Talbooks in both places, I think.
I think there's Talbooks.
All right, we got to get
Talbooks are everywhere.
Talbooks are awesome.
Talbooks are sweet.
I think you can actually.
You can mount it. Yeah,
you can mount them, but I think you can use them as hunter pets now.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I think so, but that's a little bit too tangential. All right, here we go. Back to the match, man. WoW is a pretty sweet game, but
yeah, game 2 after. I mean, I don't know if that's luck. I mean, that seems like what the card is supposed to do.
That's luck, but it's also a little bit of what this card is supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean
it's not every day you're going to hit 2 Doomlake Giants. You do get to see 8 cards, though.
I mean, granted, even let's say there wasn't another Doomwake, he still had a lot of stuff in there. I mean, there was a ton of stuff in there.
So, Alex, I think, boarded out. He's going to board out Perlukranos, looks like. He's going to board out. I think he boarded out some Hornet Queens, some number of Hornet Queens, and he's bringing in Unravel the Aethers for the whips and the coursers and opponent's Doomwake Giants, and then he's also going to bring in Farika, God of Affliction, to just gain a bunch of value.
I like how that card kind of goes up and down in popularity depending on how popular the graveyard deck is. And granted, I know it's a very graveyard. I mean, it's a graveyard-centric card. But it always interests me. I always thought that was fun.
It's just a really good card. Just when you can just make a bunch of. It's like it's a really great card at blocking up the ground.
Correct. Yeah, at clogging up the ground.
Yeah, right. And in this case, Alex is playing a bunch of creatures that attack on the ground outside of Hornet Queen, which, I don't know if Alex actually has any great outs to Hornet Queen. I didn't see him bring in like any Bile Blights or Drown in Sorrow, so he might just be on the hope my opponent never gets that card, or if he does, maybe I can have a giant Perlukranos to just kind of throw away at it.
He's had some success with this deck. I know he started playing it last week, I believe. Really liked it. Played it yesterday at Thursday Night Magic, and did very well. Came in second.
No, Forsberg came in second.
Forsberg came in second. Yeah. I'm sorry. Alex came in third?
I don't know what Alex came in. He lost to Forsberg. He lost to Forsberg. He was 2-2. He lost to me, too.
Did he lose to you also? Wow.
Forsberg and I, we went 1-2. Anyways, as for Alex, what he's going to bring in, I think he probably has some amount of removal in his sideboard. Like more murders, cuts, heroes, downfalls. He's going to probably bring those cards in. If he has any more Hornet Queens, I can see bringing those in, too.
Sure.
Because they're also pretty good against the Green Devotion deck. So
it'd be interesting to see. I'd like to see an extended match. I'd like to see Alex at least try and get something.
I don't know, man. I kind of like the sweet See the Unwritten for the huge blowouts.
For the big blowout play?
Yeah.
I mean,
that was pretty sweet.
That was devastating.
I mean, I hate the Devotion deck, so it kind of made me want to vomit, but...
I mean, that wasn't even really Devotion based. I mean, he literally he just cast a Perlukranos and then cast a 5-drop Mythic spell.
Yeah, right, but Take your mythics.
Is it
out.
5 or 6?
It's 6.
Is it 6?
Get your mythics out of here. Presse's gonna mulligan. He's gonna mullen. Chris Mullen. He's gonna Chris Mullen.
Oh,
he's gonna mulligan.
Zrowski's
gonna keep his hand. He's got a couple of lands and I think a couple of spells. Hard to see. He's holding close to the vest.
Boy, these guys are really rocking the boat here.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Right.
Alex Zrowski a little bit fired up after that See the Unwritten.
Yeah. It's good to note that Nerd Rage Gaming has not switched to being on a boat. We are in fact
On solid ground?
Still on solid ground.
Yes, yeah, and they're on
As far
about
as I know.
Yeah, they're on about a 2 feet, 3 feet platform there,
Yeah.
solid ground.
So Alex gonna mulligan down to 5. So this one might not be too interesting, but maybe we'll get some sweetness out of Alex Pressig here.
I mean, what are you hoping for if you're Alex? Early removal? And or, do you play the more aggressive
I'm
deck
hoping my
against
opponent kept a really bad hand
Yeah.
that was like contingent on like having one good card and I get a Thoughtseize it away.
Sure,
And
sure.
then he just doesn't do anything.
I mean, it's really strange that is...
As for like actual good hands, like I guess Ashiok. So like an Ashiok would be pretty good if we can get a like a turn 3 Ashiok when if our opponent doesn't really do much.
Sure.
That would be fine. If we can get a like an empty board and have an Ashiok, so we're gonna have dueling Sylvan Caryatids here. We got a Courser of Crufix on turn 3 for Alex. So like this isn't bad. He's gonna leave a Sultai Charm on top, I believe. He's gonna play a Temple of Mystery and leave a Sultai Charm on top. Go to 21. So Zrowski's gonna untap here. And looks like he's got a fair amount of lands, but he has a turn 3 Eidolon of Blossoms, and he draws everybody's favorite, See the Unwritten.
I mean, you don't fire that off, right? You try to get the
focus.
focus.
I try to get ferocious, especially when my opponent only has a 2/2 or a 2/4, although pretty good 2/4 in this case. So the Eidolon of Blossoms is going to get Sultai Charmed. Alex doesn't have another land, has a Sylvan Caryatid on top of his deck, and there's an Arbitralis
Boy,
for Alex.
holy cow.
So, I mean, we really need to start hitting lands. I think that's a Thoughtseize on top of our deck. So we're going to play the Caryatid we knew about, and then still not draw another land. And now we're facing
Now you just See the Unwritten
6.
again. Hey,
So See the
there we
Unwritten. Let's see what sweetness we can hit here. Hornet Queen is pretty sweet. I'll gladly take that card. Eidolon of Blossoms also sweet. Reclamation Sage to blow up the Courser. I like it.
go. No? What does he want? He's asking, is
Oh,
it
yeah,
double
no.
Hornet Queen?
I think it's either double Hornet Queen or it's like a
Eidolon Blossoms again?
It could be like a Farika.
Sure.
So
Can't quite see the one all the way to the left.
in
is
the
what
tank.
we're looking at.
So we're gonna get Eidolon of Blossoms and a Hornet Queen. So we're gonna draw a card and then draw another See the Unwritten.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
So
Okay, we've got
Greenback Devotion doing what it does when it's not disturbed. The answer: degenerate things.
just killing your opponent. Alex taking 6.
Killing your opponent, drawing a million cards, playing 2 cards, getting 2 free creatures. So there's finally a 4th land off the top for Alex, and he sees a good card on top in Hornet Queen. But I don't know. Zrowski's getting a lot of value out of all those cards. So, ooh, a Soul of Innistrad.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go. That's a spicy one. That thing had Death Touch, right?
No. Intimidate, I believe?
Intimidate. Man, I thought it had Death Touch.
It might. We'll take a look.
So, Zrowski's going to draw for turn. We know he has the other See the Unwritten in hand, which I imagine he's just going to fire off.
Oh, you are right. I'm sorry. It does
Okay,
have Death Touch.
All right.
Does not have Intimidate. Even then, I mean, it's
Zrowski, no, I don't
so
think it
late,
matters.
right? I mean, it's just super
Zrowski's
late.
going to cast. He's going to gain a life.
Yep.
Get a 19 off of Jungle Hollow. And then I imagine he's just going to cast the other See the Unwritten because why not? Getting 2 creatures
For free.
for free.
Yeah,
for essentially, well. Oh, could he miss?
Unless he misses, I doubt it.
Oh, there's
Nope.
one creature. There's another one, but that one kind of stinks. There's another one that kind of stinks. So
Yeah,
that was
okay.
like a pretty bad See the Unwritten. He does get the trigger off the Eidolon from the Farika, though.
And he has a Doomwake in hand.
Yeah, and he has
Sure.
a Doomwake. So He's also now attacking for, what's that, 12?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yes.
Yeah. So I imagine that Soul of Innistrad is just going to
Sure.
jump the Arbor Colossus.
Alex gets 6.
Take 6, go to 9.
He's down to 9.
So here we could use Drown in Sorrow would be pretty good.
I could think
Drown
of a
in
few.
Sorrow would be pretty good here.
I could think of a few cards that I want.
Drown in Sorrow and a Tormod script. We're back in it.
Ingarok's Wake. I take it.
Yeah, Usher. I'd also take the 9 mana kill my opponent's things.
I mean,
Card, yeah.
my opponent has a lot of things.
My opponent also has a lot of cards in their hand.
This is true. They do. You gotta get something though. You can't. I mean,
No, I think we're pretty dead here.
far from it. Alex's deck hasn't done anything.
Oh, Thoughtseize, that's a start. Maybe our opponent has no action. The answer is our opponent has
All the action.
He has
A majority of actions.
Doomwake Giant, two forests, Pelucranos, and
Good. So we get an update finally on life here from the actual players. So Alex apparently it's 8, not 7. We're gonna have to go out and reconstruct the table after this because they've
that's right.
seemed
So
to
he's
tear
drew
it
another
apart.
Pelucranos, which is kind of a dead card,
Yep.
since we already have one in hand. Note he has yet to see a Nykthos, so can't make ridiculous amounts of mana. Gonna play the Courser. Gonna reveal a Doomwake. It's gonna draw a Doomwake Giant off the Eidolon trigger, and also have to reveal it. Has a Voyaging Satyr on top. Gonna play a land, and I imagine he's just gonna cast this Doomwake Giant. Although it's not like super great here.
Has the Hornet tokens.
Yeah. Weird Rage Gaming all sold out of Hornet tokens. That's how popular this Hornet
The
Queen
Hornet
is.
tokens are very popular.
Oh man, they're reprinting Hornet Queen though in one of the dual deck, one of the intro decks, the green
Really?
intro deck. Yeah. So,
so you've got
liquidate
a-
your copies.
Yeah.
Sell them to Nerd Rage Gaming.
Ship them over to us. There's a Doomwake
There's the
Giant.
Doomwake Giant.
Doom.
So he's gonna draw that card. He's gonna reveal an Elvish Mystic. Then he's gonna attack for.
A lot.
He's gonna attack with everything except for that Voyaging Satyr. I was gonna.
Well, of course, it does have. I mean,
The
all
Courser
of
is summoning
Alex's
sick, right?
creatures have -1/-1 still, correct? From the Doomwake?
Yeah, but that Courser is summoning sick, so should make note of that. So he's not attacking with the Courser.
Right. He just happened to have it in the pile
Yeah.
as he was swinging.
No, that's summoning sick. All right, we figured it out. Okay, good.
Zarowski can play See the Unwritten. Can't really tap his creatures, though.
So I think these are the only blocks Alex has. Otherwise, he just dies. So, Farika, the old 5/5 indestructible, seems pretty good.
Alex is taking 6.
He's going to take 6 again. The Eidolon of Blossoms is not going to die in this case because the Doomwake Giant gave the Courser of Krufix -1/-1, so it only has 1 power, while the Eidolon has 2 toughness in this case. And look, another dead card on top of her deck. We can't even cast that one. Jeez. Oh, man.
Jeez.
There's Alex's follow-up. It's going to be a full-cost murderous cut when we have a graveyard.
And then swing in for 2.
Yeah, and Alex is going to get absolutely run out of this game by Green-Black Devotion.
Holy cow.
Pretty impressive showing for Green-Black Devotion there.
It is. That was...
Oh,
I mean,
nope.
coming in late to game 1 didn't help us, but I mean, watching this game 2, it was...
That was a massacre.
Yeah, it was maddening.
And I think Zarowski in this situation, I know he went to GP Omaha last weekend, and being the terrible player that he is, scrubbed out of the main event in day 1, and then he went and played Blue-White Heroic
in the side events?
he played the Sunday Super Series.
Sure.
I know he texted me asking me how to sideboard, and I told him take out good cards or take out bad cards and put in good cards. But anyways, where I think he got the inspiration for this Green-Black Devotion deck is he lost to Reed Duke in the Swiss, and Reed went on to win that Sunday Super Series
with this deck, with the Green-Black Devotion list. Wow.
So
very interesting. I mean, it
I don't know
seems
if
like a
it's
very
this exact
powerful list,
but
sure.
Yeah.
I am kind of glad to see the Unwritten played, just because it does remind me so much of Summoning Trap. So I mean that's something. I mean it's a very strong card.
I don't know. High cost green cards, like I said, they just kind of make me want to vomit.
Well, here we'll take a look at Summoning Trap. So Summoning Trap, In Zendikar block, 4, 2/2, 6 cost. Instant, though. If a creature spell you cast this turn was countered by a spell or ability an opponent controls, you get to cast it for free. You look at the top 7 cards of your library, choose a creature from among them, and put it into play.
Yeah, so it's essentially, this card is just Summoning Trap with a Ferocious.
A Summoning Trap with a Ferocious trigger that gets you an additional creature.
Right.
Doesn't have the...
Yeah, and the trap part of it.
It doesn't have the trap part. The cast for free.
It was pretty sweet.
I mean, it definitely worked there.
Yeah, definitely was really good there.
Revealing 2 Doomwake Giants is not bad at all.
Yeah, but I mean, he revealed a lot of good cards off that one. The second one was the third one he eventually cast was kind of mediocre.
Yeah,
but
even then, he's still getting the constellation triggers from having Farika.
Yeah, that's like one of the huge things is like you just get like the million constellation triggers when those constellation creatures come in at the same time.
Yeah.
In the case of the Doomwake Giants giving things -4/-4 when they came in.
I mean, it's interesting because even with that Farika, he could have started eating his own yard, producing snake tokens on his side of the field, continued to just kill Alex's side while drawing cards. I mean, he had all the necessary pieces.
Yeah, I mean, the Constellation engine is still intact from when Nam Sung Wook played it to second place at Pro Tour Journey into Nyx. Yep. Still there.
It's an interesting mechanic for sure. It's definitely, some cards were good, some cards not so much. I mean, and even the real good, quote unquote good constellation cards are, a lot of the times people look at them and are just like, without this engine backing me up, I'm a pretty subpar card.
Yeah, unfortunately no Sphere of Safety here, which kind of no pillow fort to hide behind. That deck was kind of sweet last format.
That would have been awesome. Yeah. Boy, if they would have reprinted Propaganda and you hit Constellation, that would have just been the bee's knees. Give me some props. Propaganda. Propaganda or Ghostly Prison? If we would have gotten both of them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's play 4-color Constellation.
4 colors?
Let's do it.
I think I'm playing 3. I think I'm playing Bant Constellation.
All right.
And then
I'm down.
I'd play that deck.
I'm down.
All right, well, we're going to go on a short break here. We've still got a lot of time until the end of round 3. We've got about 28 minutes.
Yeah, that was a massacre.
Yeah, that was a very quick round. So we've got 2 more rounds after this. It's a 5-round FNM tonight. But we'll be back shortly. Going to take a slight break, and we'll see you at the beginning of round 4.